Good morning. It's Tuesday, December 9th. Here's what we're working on.
I'm Simone Gavros reporting live in Flamborough. Multiple crews were on scene last night of a house fire that destroyed a garage and damaged a home. I'll have more details coming up.
The historic property in Burlington, Emma's back porch, goes up for lease.
The jailbreak. Tavares got past Allen. Out in front, it ricochets to Riley. He's in. He scores!
And rookie goalie Dennis Hildeby, the Hild Beast, steps up for the Leafs. It would be nice if we could step up the temperature a little bit.
Please.
Another very cold morning out this morning.
Oh, is it ever? It is brutally cold once again. I mean, maybe not quite as cold as it was yesterday morning. We were minus 14 at this time yesterday morning, but this morning we're sitting at minus 11 with a wind chill still around minus 16. But I was driving and I was telling Rick and Annette coming in this morning, my thermometer hit minus 20. And I went, no, wait a minute, that's enough. It's not even winter yet. Yeah, it's a very cold start to our morning, but the temperature is going to get milder. We should hit 0 today, but we are going to get snow. We could get 2 to 4 centimeters of snow today, 2 to 4 centimeters again tonight. Possibly as much as 5 centimeters during the day tomorrow. But tomorrow is going to be a fair bit milder. Tomorrow we should hit the plus side. We should hit +1, so we could get some mixing precipitation during the day tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be quite the mixed thing. So we will talk about the forecast coming up in a few minutes. Quick look at traffic this morning. 403 and Waterdown Road, that's our exclusive camera. That's doing okay at the moment, so no problems there. Where we do have a situation is coming off the Skyway Bridge on our MTO traffic camera. So you're going 40 rebound off the Skyway. This is the camera at Woodward looking back toward Eastport. We've got a disabled vehicle there. We've got blocking crews on the scene. Visual distraction at best. That's about all we've got so far today. So we will keep you posted. We will look at weather and traffic coming up in a few minutes. Right now, the news.
Thanks very much, Brian. Several crews were called out to a house fire in Flamborough last night. Simone Gavros is there, and she has more details. Good morning.
Good morning, Annette. The fire happened at a home just here behind me on Concession 4 West. This is just off of Highway 6 and north of Clapperson's Corners. Now, there's just a couple of firefighters and fire trucks that remain on scene here, and there were just a couple firefighters just looking, analyzing the side of the house, but you can see just how badly damaged the garage is, and it looks like it spread into the house and the siding. So there's a lot of damage here. I spoke to Hamilton Police this morning for more information, as we're still waiting to hear from the fire department, but they say that they arrived on scene around 8:30 last night, and they were just here to close some of the roads to prevent drivers from going over the fire hoses that were in the road. But this is just some of the scene and the damage to the house. It looks like this fire must have spread to the side of the house, and there's just the insulation and the frame that's left on the side. The social media posts indicate the severity of the fire increased within the hour, and more crews were sent to tackle the flames. Police tell me that nobody was hurt in this fire. Now, I have reached out to the fire department for more details they can provide, including the cause of the fire, the extent of damage, and how much the damage might have cost this home. And I'm going to be speaking to some neighbors in the area to see if they heard or saw anything. For now, things back over to you, Rick.
Thanks, Simone. A Muslim community in Thorold says they're in a battle with City Hall after being told they couldn't bury a community member in a local cemetery an hour before the funeral. 18-year-old Alina Masood died last Wednesday after a crash on Highway 406 in St. Catharines. Her funeral was set for Saturday at Thorold's public Lakeview Cemetery. But her family was told by a city official that almost all city councillors opposed burying the teenager in the cemetery, saying they didn't want it to be segregated. The local mosque says that wouldn't be the case.
Could give us an explanation. What is the actual reason that we cannot bring our loved ones to the cemetery? Do they need money? Are we not paying them? Or I would like to see that this is a concern as a human towards another human.
In a statement, the city of Thorold says the, quote, grave was inadvertently sold in the area that had not been opened yet, and it was not able to accommodate the family's preference. It says they provided an alternative which the family declined, and that they sincerely apologize for the situation. Alina's family was able to hold the burial in Niagara Falls.
The Ontario government has launched a $20 million fund to help with safety outside of daycare centres. The fund is named after a toddler who was killed this fall after a vehicle crashed through a large window and into his daycare centre in Richmond Hill. Most of the money from the Liam Riazati Memorial Fund will be used to install barriers to prevent similar crashes. As a short-term solution, all daycare centres in Ontario have been directed to close parking spaces near childcare areas. Education Minister Paul Calandra says in the near future, the province will introduce legislation to keep other locations where children gather, like playgrounds, safe from vehicles.
4 teens are among more than a dozen people arrested after a months-long violent crime spree across Ontario and Quebec. Video released by York Regional Police show some of the home invasions, smash-and-grab robberies and shootings, including a shooting in a crowded emergency waiting room in London and a robbery at a bank. The charges also involve a murder, an attempted kidnapping, and carjackings. Police say all are tied to the same criminal network. They've laid more than 150 charges against 13 people, including a 24-year-old man from Niagara Falls. Looking for 2 more men, a warrant is out for 20-year-old Ingram Mohammed of Hamilton and 24-year-old Tristan Casanova Allman, who has ties to the Greater Toronto area.
Air Transat passengers face a second day of uncertainty as the airline could suspend all flights by the end of today, getting ready for a possible pilot strike. The Airline Pilots Association, which represents 750 pilots at Air Transat, had issued a 72-hour strike notice over the weekend. Travel company Transit AT, which owns the carrier, says cancellations would ramp up ahead of a potential work stoppage that could begin as early as 3 tomorrow morning. The airline flies tens of thousands of passengers on more than 500 flights each week, mainly to destinations in the Caribbean, Mexico, and Europe. A once popular piece of Burlington waterfront property is being reimagined. The owner of the former Emma's Back Porch has listed it for lease, hoping that another bar or restaurant will open in that spot. Emma's has been closed for more than 5 years. The real estate company handling the lease has released a video of the property with AI-generated concepts of what it could look like as a new hospitality site overlooking Lake Ontario. They say they're looking for potential operators who see the long-term vision for the property. For the 37th year, It's a Kid's Christmas brought holiday cheer to hundreds of families in Hamilton. The annual event is a partnership between Hamilton Police, Project Concern, and Carmen's Group. It offers a Christmas dinner, crafts, entertainment, and a visit with Santa. About 500 people were at the event this year. It was last night. Project Concern is a police-led initiative that supports community groups across the city of Hamilton, with officers and civilian volunteers organizing the celebration. The program was created in 1976, and in 1988, Officer John Carrick teamed up with Carmen's founder Peter McCanty to launch the first holiday dinner and that begins a tradition that continues today.
Despite all their struggles this season, the Maple Leafs are suddenly just 3 points out of first place in the NHL's Atlantic Division.
The jailbreak. Tavares got past Allen. Out in front, it ricochets to Riley. He's in. And he scores! Morgan Riley finishes off a beautiful play.
Morgan Riley opened the scoring late in the first period as Toronto hosted Tampa Bay last night. John Tavares assisted on the goal to become the first Leaf since Matt Sundin in 2007-08, who's 35 and older with at least 30 points before their 30th game of the season. Playing in place of the injured Joseph Woll and Anthony Stolarz, Dennis Hildeby was very good between the pipes. He got a little bit of luck as well, making 29 saves for his first career shutout as the Leafs blanked the Lightning 2-0. Austin Matthews rounded out the scoring with an empty net goal with 1 second left as Toronto improved to 4-0-1 over its last 5 games. The Bolts have lost 4 straight after winning 7 in a row and have been shut out in consecutive games for the first time since 2023. Monday Night Football between the Chargers and Eagles in L.A. was a defensive battle.
Second down and goal. Herbert, wide open, touchdown, rookie. Omarion Hampton, welcome back.
Playing with a broken left hand, Justin Herbert connected with rookie Omarion Hampton for a 4-yard touchdown to open the scoring for L.A. Philly took their first lead of the game early in the fourth quarter when Saquon Barkley ran for a 52-yard score, which accounted for nearly half of his game-high 122 rushing yards. Tied at 19 apiece, this game needed overtime. And after Cameron Dicker booted his 5th field goal of the game to give the Chargers a 3-point lead, LA's defense needed to stop the Eagles. Tony Jefferson intercepted Jalen Hurts at the 1-yard line to seal the 22-19 victory, one of 5 turnovers by the Eagles. The defending Super Bowl champs have now lost 3 in a row and are 8-5. The Chargers moving to 9-4. The Canadian Football League will officially unveil its 2026 schedule at 11 o'clock this morning. In addition to the Tiger Cats' 1 preseason game and 9 regular season contests, the Argonauts will play a home game at Hamilton Stadium next summer, while BMO Field plays host to the FIFA World Cup. 2026 will also bring 3 changes to the CFL, including a modified rouge, a new 35-second play clock, and team benches on opposite sides of the field. Ticats legend Simone Lawrence will join us on Morning Live tomorrow to break down Hamilton's schedule. So as we draw closer to the Winter Olympics in Italy, NBC is out with a commercial about the hockey tournament featuring some American players and actor Jon Hamm.
All right, Team USA, listen up. Whoa, I just got chills. You guys feel that? It's an honor to speak to you all before you head off to the Olympics. You're going to Milan to bring home the biggest prize of all.
Canadian tears.
Yeah. Exactly. Wait, what? What did Canada do?
Stuff.
But they're usually so polite.
Not anymore.
Really? No. Are we sure we can't just hug it out? No. Go get them, boys.
The Winter Olympics begin February 6th. The men's hockey tournament will run from February 11th to the 22nd. The women will play from February 5th to the 19th. Hamilton Burlington resident Angela Paletta has joined the Hamilton Sports Group as a minority owner, and Forge FC forward David Chouanier is leaving the club after 7 seasons.
All right, let's get you into the roads this morning. What's going on here? Nothing is going on at the 403 and Waterdown Road. That's doing okay. Let's go to where we have a problem. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I was searching for it on our MTO traffic cameras. Here is the situation that we have at the moment. By the way, the problem at Eastport Drive, that cleared. It was going Niagara-bound disabled vehicle, but this is a vehicle fire, and this is the QEW at Bronte Road. You're looking at Niagara-bound lanes heading away from us. Toronto-bound coming towards us, slows right down here, Toronto-bound. But as you can see, we do have all kinds of emergency crews. They're on the scene. Fire department is there getting that fire out. Not seeing any flames or smoke at the moment, so it's been on the books for just a few minutes now, but the fire department responded really quickly and got to that. Check some other MTO traffic cameras. Nothing at the Garden City Skyway. We'll flip ahead to Woodward Avenue. Fairview Street looks good all the way through east of Royal Windsor. So that is the only problem that we have right now. Bronte Road, Niagara-bound vehicle fire right there. Okay, let's get to our temperatures this morning. And yes, I got an extra sweater on this morning and it feels good. So an extra layer, yeah, it would be a good idea. Even though our temperature has gone up a degree this morning. We were minus 11. We're now sitting at minus 10. We have a wind chill at the moment of minus 16 because that wind is starting to pick up. So yeah, it was a little bit lighter last hour, but the winds are picking up and they will get quite strong for the day today. And we are looking at snow and blowing snow a little later on today. 2 to 4 centimeters possible. Winds picking up quite strong to about 60 kilometers an hour, but it'll be milder today. We're going to hit 0. Here's a look at what's coming up. This is our future view. That's the blast of snow this afternoon, bit of a break, and then some snow, some freezing rain or rain overnight tonight and into the day tomorrow before the lake effect machines kicks in. So there's that frontal boundary going through this afternoon, giving us the whack of snow. Then tonight, another 2 to 4. Tomorrow, possibly 5 centimeters, but it is going to be on the mild side. Look at these temperatures. Today, we'll climb to 0 to +1. A little bit of sun is possible in some areas this morning, but there's that 2 to 4 centimeters. Tonight, the temperature hardly falls. As a matter of fact, temperature rises to 3 and 2 for Niagara, 0 and +1 overnights, -1 for Peel into Guelph and Kitchener, but 2 to 4 centimeters tonight. And again, 2 to 5 centimeters for the day tomorrow. Could be some mixing precipitation midday, but again, temperatures 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that's plus side temperatures for the day tomorrow. So out the door, 9th morning of December, we are looking at -10 and mostly cloudy skies. Long range coming up. Annette, right?
Okay, thanks very much. Coming up after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily with a preview of what she has for us in Chit Chat. And in business news, the battle for Warner Brothers is heating up. Paramount has now launched a hostile takeover bid. Welcome back. We welcome Emily with a preview of what's to come in Chit Chat.
Hi, good morning. Well, the Handmaid's Tale spinoff, The Testaments, shares its first look at some of the cast members. Ryan Reynolds recruits Los Angeles Dodgers Freddie Freeman for his annual holiday campaign.
And the kids' reaction is priceless.
Yeah, two Canadians going toe-to-toe there.
Yeah.
So good. And later on this morning, the Golden Globes nominations have been announced. We will discuss some of them.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We will discuss the markets right now. In overseas trading, the Canadian dollar is up 5 basis points to 72.24 cents U.S. Gold is up $21 an ounce. Oil has dropped 16 cents to $58.72 a barrel. Midday trading in Europe, London and Paris are down this hour. Frankfurt is ahead.
Mixed results on the Asian markets today. Tokyo's Nikkei was up, but both Hong Kong and Shanghai posted losses. At the close yesterday, North American markets were all down, with the TSX finishing the day down by 141 points.
Plot has thickened in Netflix's bid to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. Paramount's Skydance is also trying to buy it, launching a hostile takeover bid that's worth $108.4 billion U.S. Now, Netflix had emerged victorious on Friday from a bidding war with Paramount and Comcast, securing a $72 billion deal with Warner Brothers Discovery TV, film studios, and streaming assets. At stake is Warner Brothers' prized HBO and DC Comics assets.
Canada's housing market is headed for what Royal LePage calls a reset year in 2026, with modest price growth and more buyers returning. The firm is projecting the national aggregate home price will rise 1% to around $823,000 by the fourth quarter of next year. Single-family detached homes are expected to increase 2% to $877,000, while condo prices are forecast to dip 2.5% to around $564,000. Royal LePage says the outlook follows a year of significant economic and political uncertainty, including the U.S. trade war and a change in federal leadership, which forced a recalibration of market expectations.
Meantime, a new national rent report shows average asking rents in Canada fell again last month, down just over 3% to just over $2,000 a month. It is the 14th month in a row of declines, with asking rents now about $100 lower than they were a year ago. Urbanation points to slower population growth, economic uncertainty, and a surge of new apartments as key factors. Most major cities across the country saw their rents fall, while only Saskatchewan and Nova Scotia had posted increases.
All right, time for timeout. Brian is going to be back with his sweater. He'll tell you about traffic and the 7-day weather forecast.
It's that
he
cold.
needs the sweater, yeah.
Just about 6:24 on this Tuesday morning. Yeah, it's the 9th morning of December already. Oh, a problem on the QEW already here this morning. This is the QEW at Bronte, MTO traffic camera. You're looking at Niagara-bound lanes heading away from us. That was a vehicle fire. The fire, it looks like it's now out, but of course, huge visual distraction both directions. Everybody's got to squeeze over to the left-hand lanes going through Bronte Road. So we're looking at some slowdowns in that area, but it looks so far like the fire is out, and hopefully we'll get that cleared. Let's go back into St. Catharines, Garden City Skyway. West camera looks good. The Burlington Skyway, top of the bridge, looking down toward North Shore Boulevard, no problem. There's that problem at Brodie. We'll flip ahead to, oh, that camera was just there. Here's the Cooksville Creek camera, so nothing there. And 403 at Eglinton going through Mississauga, no problems. Temperature, once again, cold this morning. Not as cold as it was yesterday morning. We're sitting at -10 at the moment. We were -14 to 15 yesterday morning, but -10, wind chill -16 right now for Hamilton, -7 Grimsby and Mississauga, -3 into Toronto right now. Seasonals, let's talk about them. We haven't been at seasonal for a while, +2, nope, and then -5 for the overnight low. Those are our sun times and records for today. And yes, for school today, it could be just a little bit of sunshine this morning going into school, a little bit, but -8 for the first bell, and then we should hit 0, but we're going to have snow and blowing snow later on this afternoon. Wind's going to pick up to 60 kilometers an hour, but 0 the high, 0 overnight tonight, so we stay on the freezing mark. And we'll get another 2 to 4 centimeters tonight. Tomorrow, 2 to 5 centimeters we're looking at. We could even get some mixing precipitation. That temperature tomorrow is just going to nudge into the positive column, so +1 tomorrow. Then it gets colder again, -3 Thursday, -1 Friday, -5 and -4 for the weekend. Below seasonal temperatures, some flurry activity on Saturday and Sunday. That's your forecast. Annette, Rick.
Okay. I'm hungry already reading this script. Italian food, already loved around the world, is now a step away from being declared a cultural treasure.
Yeah, UNESCO has given preliminary approval to add Italian cooking to its intangible cultural heritage list, with a final decision expected tomorrow. Italy's agriculture and culture ministries say Italian food is a social ritual that connects families and communities, a mosaic of regional dishes rather than one national cuisine. Prime Minister has also backed the push, calling Italian food a symbol of culture and identity. If approved, Italian cuisine would join other culinary traditions already recognized by UNESCO, including French festive meals, Mexico's ceremonial dishes, Korea's kimchi making, and Japan's washoku dietary culture. What would be your go-to cuisine?
Italian,
Yes.
hands down.
I subscribe to the 3 Ps: pizza, pasta, and pesce, which is fish. And polpette, which is meatballs.
Oh, that's 4.
There's probably some other P's in there too. It's all tasty. Stay with us. More to come after the break here on Morning Live. Good morning.
Understand that we're getting close to our lunch hour right now.